They thought we were just soft, emotional primates, too fragile for galactic war, too impulsive for strategy, too moral for the bloodshed. But they forgot one thing. Humanity doesn't break, it adapts. And when you push us too far, we change. This is the story of why humans were banned from the battlefield, for everyone's safety. The Draxis Empire was devouring the Outer Rim for decades. The Galactic Concord, a coalition of hundreds of alien civilizations, fought tooth and claw to hold them back. But they were losing. The Draxis didn't just conquer, they eradicated. Planets burned, populations vanished. No prisoners, no treaties. In desperation, the Concord did something unthinkable. They turned to Earth. At the time, humanity was still considered a Category 3 developmental species, allowed to trade, allowed to observe. But never, never to participate in Concord warfare. That changed with Executive Order 1138, a full combat draft of human volunteers framed as an experiment in desperation. Captain Maya Frost was one of the first. Born in the Martian expanse, raised in the slums of Sidonia Arc, she was tough, brilliant, and ruthlessly efficient. A former Special Forces operative who'd seen war on Earth's final conflict zones. She wasn't looking to be a hero, just revenge. Her brother, Leo, was on Epsilon Prime, one of the first planets the Draxis glassed into radioactive ash. Maya joined the United Concord Forces with one purpose: make the Draxis pay. She was assigned to Echo Company, one of the first all-human units, deployed to the frozen trenches of Kepler 7, a crucial choke point in the Concord's defenses. The aliens expected humans to falter. They were wrong. The Draxis struck within 48 hours. It wasn't a battle. It was a massacre. The skies darkened with their atmospheric eaters. Burrowing tanks cracked the glaciers. Their soldiers, eight-limbed nightmares with acidic blood, descended like a plague. Echo Company held the line. Not with superior tech, not with advanced tactics, but with pure, terrifying fury. When ammo ran low, they used knives. When knives broke, they used rocks. When Maya's left arm was torn from her shoulder by a Draxis commander, she cauterized the wound, picked up a plasma rifle in her other hand, and killed him point blank. By dawn, the Draxis had retreated. It was the first time in Concord history that the Draxis had ever pulled back from a battlefield. And it wouldn't be the last. News of the victory spread like wildfire. Suddenly, humans weren't just tolerated, they were in demand. Entire human battalions were deployed to the bloodiest fronts. And every time, the same pattern emerged. Draxis attacked. Humans held. But what unnerved the Concord wasn't that humans were winning. It was how they were winning. Draxis prisoners, those few who survived, spoke of nightmares. Of humans who laughed while bleeding out. Of soldiers who strapped explosives to themselves and charged Draxis tanks just to destroy them from the inside. Of fire teams that sang songs during combat, mocking their enemies. Captain Maya's unit became infamous for their brutal tactics. They used Draxis technology against them. They booby-trapped corpses. They deployed psychological operations so terrifying that even veteran alien troops refused to be stationed near human lines. And then came the Battle of Trinaris V. Trinaris V was home to 2 billion Concorde citizens. when the Draxis invaded, the Concorde High Command prépare for total loss, but Eco Company, only 600 humains, was already onward. Instead of retreating, they dug in. For 3 days, des Draxis pourraient troupes dans les cités. Au dieu suivant, le contre-attaque humain s'est engagé. Rue par rue, chambre par chambre, il poussait les Draxis using guérilla, sabotage et la guerre urbaine. À la fin de la bataille, Chepini, surveillance footage, showed Capitaine Maya Frost, face bloody, uniforme tourné, standing over a Draxis General Body, en plantant le bienvelé concordien dans sa main uniquement restée. Il devient le film le plus regardé dans l'histoire de Concorde. Le boucher de Trinaris. It wasn't long before les Concorde alias began to fear their own human soldier. Reports emerge. Entire Draxis colony wiped out without order. Human squads going dark, then re-emerging weeks later with impossible kill counts. Psychological toll on human troop that would have broken any other species. One alien general wrote, "They are not like us. They don't fight to win. They fight to destroy. There is a rage inside them. A cold, calculating rage. It is not hatred. It is something older, something darker. It happened after the siege of Cordaf Prime. Human battalion was deployed as reinforcements. The Draxis surrendered within hours. But instead of celebrating, the humans kept advancing. No one could stop them. The kill order had been given, and to the humans, surrender wasn't an option. They cleansed Cordaf Prime. The Draxis, civilians, infrastructure, gone. In response, the Concorde Council convened an emergency session. Human military involvement was suspended indefinitely. Publicly, they said it was due to ethical concerns. Privately, they were terrified. Maya Frost was recalled, decorated, quietly exiled to a diplomatic station orbiting Neptune. In her final debriefing, she said, "You brought us in because you were losing. You wanted our monsters, not our morals. And now you act surprised when we showed you what we really are. You don't ban humans from war. You unleashed us. And now you want the cage back. Today, human soldiers are still banned from all Concorde military operations. But every species knows the truth. If the Draxis ever return, if the galaxy ever truly needs saving, there's only one species you call. The ones you swore never to unleash again. The ones who make war personal. Humans. They thought banning us would bring peace. But peace was never built on fear. And fear is exactly what we left behind. Because when humanity fights, we don't fight to win. We fight to end it forever."